Yo, Virgo. It's Hanging with Virgo, April 2021. Yeah, buddy. Hope you guys are doing good out there. I am a Virgo. Hot damn, it's time to get real. Be who we is. Do it right. This next month is going to keep you on your toes and make you check yourself if you're getting too froggy. Anyway, this is Hanging with Virgo is a hangout. It's a place that we can just chill for a bit. I watch a lot of videos and people do these like really quick videos, and sometimes I just like to listen to someone talk for a while. Maybe while I go to sleep or just hang out, so that's what I do. Streaming live on Thursday, March 25th. We're just going to hang out a little bit, maybe talk a little bit of astrology and do a tarot reading, pick an Edgar Cayce card, and talk about stuff. Got some jams going. I hope you guys are doing good. Somebody once said that Virgos would rule the world if they weren't so hard on themselves. I'm sure you all know what I mean. I sure know that feeling. But it's good. It keeps us in check. And speaking of keeping us in check, we have a lot of astrological aspects coming up this month that are going to be about regulating our output, checking our energy, checking the way that we respond to people, being considerate. We're going to get a lot of practice in that area. So I think patience is a really powerful word that comes up for me for April. It's not that there's not going to be a lot of wonderful things happening, but that there might be time to kind of stop, slow down, assess situations, regroup, use your analytical skills to really get information together, and then present it back to clients and friendships and relationships, and do the work that you're good at, which is analyzing situations and then having the patience to wait for responses. And also, when Mars starts moving around, we're gonna have to just stay cool-headed, right? All right, let's see here. We've got let's check out the Astrology. This is right now on March 25th, but you can kind of see the planetary placements. Right opposite of Virgo, we have Mercury opposing stuff in the early portion of Virgo, and then in the late portion of Virgo, we've got a stellium of the Sun and Venus, which are completely perfectly conjunct. So, and that's in opposition to Virgo. So, you know, what we love, who we are, what we're passionate about, that's really coming to light right now. And then I think that's the theme moving into April is really getting in touch with what you love, what you're passionate about, your natural expression, and then kind of figuring a way to integrate that more into our daily lives. Now, it just so happens that Chiron's right there too. And so the Sun and Mercury will be passing Chiron as we enter April. So, and that's opposing Virgo. So it's really, that's really third decan Virgos. But, you know, if you're born later in September, you might have some sort of recognition or opportunity to purify some pain from the past through the adoption of your personal values and the beauty in your life and how you express your natural beauty. So then again, we have Neptune coming up later in April, getting close, wanting to touch you. It's touching some of the Virgos. So self-deception, Planet Hollywood, you want to be aware of that. Communication, you might be working on a website, connecting with more people, all that kind of stuff. And if you're here at the end of March, we got the moon coming through you. It's a feelings. Anyway, I mean, most astrology, like if you say for a Virgo, is it's based on the sun sign, but all your planetary placements are relative to your ascendant. So I'm not going to go too much further into it. Just wanted to talk about some of the basic themes. Mars is stirring things up. The sun will be going into the sign of Taurus during the month of April. So that will ground your energy out a little bit. Right now, this whole Aries thing doesn't super resonate with Virgo super good. So lots of jumbled up stuff, but a time of action. The first half of April and now is really about, kind of taking these next steps or taking action towards this, self-realization, this who am I and what do I really truly value and love and how do I bring that into the world? So that is the theme. The first couple weeks of April, as where we're still in Sun and Venus and all that stuff is still in Aries, is just a time of hard work. Don't freak out. Be patient. Be level-headed. Don't let anything get you worked up. Second half of April, or last week or week and a half, time for more Taurian themes of beauty and romance. So take initiative at the beginning, and then after that, enjoy yourself, relax. You're getting really in touch with this sense of inner beauty and seeing an opportunity now to really root that in who you are in the world. So blabby 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 blab blab blab. Pluto is at the end of Capricorn. Ooh. Yeah, man, I'm feeling for those Aquarius. Pluto's coming for ya. Yeah, it's been trining us in Capricorn, but as soon as it moves in Aquarius, it's going to be a little more dissonant. Anywho, yeah. Yay. What's that? What is this, kids? Tarot cards. My hands are all dirty because I was in the gardening. I just planted a bunch of veggies. It's that time of the year, at least in California it is. Who wants to do some tarot? Yo, tarot. This is the alternative to most YouTube videos. We're not rushing here. We're just chilling. We're just hanging out. Most people be like, this tarot reading resonates with you, or if it doesn't, check your sun sign, your moon sign, blah, 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 blah. Like and subscribe. Link to my Patreon, blah, 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 blah. I got none of that. Don't need no subscribers. I'm just doing this because I love doing it. And I only read for the signs I want to read for. I used to do all 12, but I'm like, I resonate mostly with earth and water signs. But it's probably because I'm a Virgo and I have a Pisces full moon and a Cancer ascendant. So, sorry, Charlie. I don't totally resonate with like certain signs, like Sagittarius. Maybe you feel the same way, Virgo. Sagittarius, like Gemini, like, really fun for like 10 minutes and then they just get all weird. You're like, what happened, dude? So, not my thing. So, I don't bother, but if I'm feeling it, I'll do it. I do have my Mars in Gemini, so I do get the Gemini energy a little bit. It's kind of weird. It's a weird one, but I feel like really like inconsistent in that area. So, but maybe it's Gemini. I don't know. These are Edgar Casey cards. My friend Heather gave them to me. I always acknowledge that because she's an awesome person, and it was really sweet of her. And thank you, Heather. Edgar Casey is the Sleeping Prophet, well-known American psychic who channeled all sorts of crazy shit. And if you don't believe in that stuff, then cool. I don't care. Learning to be myself. Learning to be myself. So usually what I like to do is pick an Edgar Casey card just to set the stage. Usually has something to do with human potential, human growth, blah, 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 blah. So Virgo, which one do you want? Virgo, talk to me, baby. What you want, girl? What you want? Oh, you want this one. All right. We got it. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be, Virgo. Let's see what your vibe is. Ooh. Well, some messages are super complicated. This one's pretty straightforward. Helping others is the best way to rid yourself of your own troubles. It's funny how everything always connects, right? So the vibe I was picking up for Virgos is, you know, this being of service thing, which Virgos are really good at, but Virgos have also been struggling with a bit of obsession and kind of exercising themselves over the last year while they're reclaiming their larger identity. Virgos have been really, really going through major transformations in reclaiming their self-identity, getting rid of old garbage, old stories about career and family and how you function, blah, 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 blah. So, just a reminder that as you're going through the difficulties of the day, that just be inspired to be of service to others, right? And then make sure you include yourself in that picture. You're part of somebody that you're servicing. Service yourself, service others. These days, so much of life is approached like a business transaction, right? Something happened in the last decade where we took the values from the business world and we started applying them to our personal relationships. You see it with online dating, you see it with all sorts of stuff. And everything becomes a transaction, and it's really heartless and soulless. So Virgo, being the amazing person of service you are, this is an opportunity and a time to reestablish being of service to others. How we do it? I'm trying with what I'm doing right now. Hopefully this helps. I'm just as God made me. Yeah, buddy. I made these jams for my background music. Kind of fun. Anyway, simple enough. Let's take our little rainbow star friends over here and put it over here. Oh, the sun's coming in. Ooh, I like that. The light. Got two decks here. This is my deck that I have just in case I need to pull any, I don't know, whatever, clarification. Just need a second opinion. That's my buddy. So I got our central focus here. It's in the light. It's burning so bright we can't see it. That's the light that we're bringing to each other, see? Yeah. Okay, here is my Standordo deck. Is that too dark? Maybe my webcam is darkening up because the sunlight is so bright. Well, I think it's amazing. Look at that. Right when we're doing your reading, the sun's coming in to illuminate the message, right? Bringing light to the situation. Truth of the matter. It's a great time to rest. Get more rest. Being of service to yourself and others and being attentive is a lot of hard work, right? Shaking them up. All right, Virgo, here we go. Into the void of eternity. What are we doing? I don't know. All right, here we go. Virgo. Un, do, tre. Feeling good about this. Look at this light. Man, I keep knocking stuff off my desk. There we go. Yeah, buddy. So, nature of the reading, King of Cups in reverse. I'm going to flip back to this one. King of Cups in reverse. Oh yeah, I got to make room for everything. I keep knocking everything off my table. I've got I'm addicted to sparkly water. I think I got, yeah, that's enough room. Okay, what's influencing it is the Lovers. I don't know who I am. Oh. Attitude. Alright, so you're not seeing it. You're not feeling it. Your word's never going to happen. But it is. Alright, well, Virgo, I think it's pretty clear, at least on a surface level, what this reading's about. You have a view of things. You know, this is all about mental view, right? You have a view of things that all hope is lost and things aren't working out and all that stuff. I'm going to turn my music down just a little bit because I'm freaking myself out. Okay, so nature of the reading is King of Cups in reverse. You have an attitude or view about things not working out or being challenging, right? So, and watch this light. Watch, it's going to start coming across here. So, you know, when we talk about helping others is the best thing to do to rid yourself of your own troubles, it's, you know, one way to look at the tool is to, you know, step away from this mindset that, you know, things aren't going to work out or they're bleak. You know, you're in transitional space of reclaiming yourself, and you're kind of coming to the head of really uprooting some of these deepest mental roots, you know, of allowing your mind to kind of wander into these places that don't necessarily serve you. Now, you might be seeing things that are of value, but not being able to apply them in a manner that's constructive or helpful for yourself fundamentally won't make it beneficial to anyone else either, right? So this is about understanding how the mind works and the ability to visualize and use creativity as a way to kind of place a vision of possibility that then starts generating the energy around it that brings you the direction you want to go. So we're starting to realize that, you know, these negative views or these pessimistic views towards life and other people and ourselves really aren't benefiting us anymore. It's kind of like it's just dead. It's just not working anymore, right? So nature of the reading is King of Cups in reverse, and then what's influencing it is the Lovers in reverse. Somebody just feel this out for a second here. Like these tunes? I like these tunes. Yeah, so there's just a lack of harmony here. Moodiness, values not aligned. You're finding yourself in places that aren't necessarily benefiting you very much. So, and you're kind of tired of it. You're just burnt out on not connecting with people that share the same values, right? And part of that situation is that if we keep this view that we're have to be a certain way or perform a certain way in the world to function, and that we have to kind of adapt or give away who we really are in exchange for a partner or a job or anything like that, then we keep lining ourselves up with people who have values that don't really work with our own, right? So this is kind of a big opportunity, a big time to kind of start really kind of shaking things up a little bit for you and really start reclaiming the mind. So what do we have here? Recent past is you have the Six of Swords in reverse. So you're coming out of this long emotional journey that's very sorrowful, a sorrowful mind journey, right? And, you know, I would say this is a good sign because it's saying that, you know, where you're at right now or how you're feeling right now is it's come to completion. You're now at a place where you're able to move forward and move away from this type of mindset that's not serving you. So let's look at your spiritual placement up here. This is kind of like the higher self. And this is kind of this is a message from your highest self, right? So you know, this is this feeling, you know, this lends itself back again to our main card here. I like how it's transitioning. And this is about selflessness, right? So when we get too focused on what we don't have or what's not working out our way, we can kind of block our way with like negative views or negative thinking, right? So it's this kind of like, I think generally Virgos have this feeling that, you know, they can sense their value and what they have to offer the world, but since it's not happening at this moment or hasn't really come to full fruition, it's like, well, it's never going to happen. No one's going to see my value, or I'm never going to be able to accomplish the things I want to do. What's happening right now is there's just a lot of clearing out of energy and these old obsessions and mental patterns that really aren't serving us anymore. And, you know, this is charity. This is being of service to others, right? So it's just being of service, not letting our frustrations and impatience block the love and flow of love in our relations with others, right? Patience. Subconsciously, this is great. I mean, you've got a Nine of Wands in reverse. So this is somebody kind of, you know, your subconscious or your, you know, unconscious realms are starting to open up a little bit and not be so guarded. So, you know, again, I think that, you know, between this card and this card here, it's demonstrating that you're coming out of, you know, this very dark journey, and that you're opening up to the world again. You know, that you've been through a lot of stuff, you're guarded for a while. The difficulties that came up for you really stirred up a lot of dark stuff in your mind, and now you're coming out of it. But because of what you went through, you may or may not believe that it's possible, right? When you go through such dark stuff, you know, and you're finding the courage, and you know, you're looking for some glimmer of hope, right? So let's look into what's coming up for you. So you're just feeling a little bit weighed down from everything, and this process is going to continue just for a little bit. But again, I think this is just the process of patience and really honoring your relationships moving forward, not to get too hot-headed or let the lack of what you want become an area of agitation in your relationships. Your attitude to the situation is the Tower. So, you know, this is major arcana, things breaking down, some sort of change, some sort of revelation, you're realizing something. So, you know, this is good. This is, you know, basically taking out this unconstructive attitude and at the root, right? So you got the Tower here, just blasting, boom. You know, you're just like, fuck this, let's just tear this bitch up, right? So in your immediate environment, you have the Two of Cups in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse can be some sort of lack of harmony, and that's what I'm seeing here too. So, you know, the outer environment is a sense of agitation. You're sensing basically the disharmony within and the disharmony around you can be all addressed through uprooting this, you know, these negative mental mindsets and learning to be more creative with how you view your future. So it's kind of like this frustration that's building here, and it's about ready to get trashed, right? Greatest hopes and greatest fears is that you won't have this sense of foundation or this happiness or this love that you so desire. But in your outcome here, you got the Three of Cups, which is this, you know, amazing sense of fulfillment. So even though this whole reading here is just like, I've gone on this dark journey, it's never going to happen, nobody loves me, it's just getting out of your self-focus, you know, and it's really hard to do, especially with COVID or sitting at home. It's difficult to see these opportunities when the things around us are so limited and all we have to do is face ourselves. So it's finding a way to be of service in what we're doing and not letting ourselves get to ourselves, right? So Three of Cups, you know, this is really, you know, the opposite of all that. This is community. This is connecting with others. This is a sense of emotional fulfillment, right? So if we get out of that funky stuff, right? If we get out of the funky stuff and are able to master our own emotions, our mental mindsets, then we're able to present ourselves to the world in a way that's beneficial and helpful to other people, right? We don't want to get so stuck up in ourselves that we're, you know, an asshole to be around or not fun to be around, or we don't have anything to offer someone else, right? So lots of rest, lots of recuperation. We're in the last leg of recovering ourselves, you know, after a really long period of just being smeared on the windshield, so to say, you know. So that's where all this is headed. You know, it's getting back out there, connecting with people again. You know, this is really what I think anybody really wants right now, is that sense of connecting again with community and stuff like that. It's just really refining who you are, you know, and what you have to offer, your ability to have patience and be able to be present with people and to listen. And then your gift to other people, right? And that's what we want from other people, right? So if we want that from other people, we have to create that within ourselves. We have to have something to offer, right? So life is no longer a business transaction, but it's a transaction of goodness and humanity to each other, right? We come to the gathering with a story. We come to the gathering with a warm heart. We come to the gathering well rested, so we have energy to share, right? Now, if we're just sitting around all pissed off all the time at home, waiting for the ship to come home with a, you know, an empty heart or an empty cup, we can't come to the party with something to share, right? So anyway, that's the theme. Now, the good news is that this is the outcome, you know, this is the outcome, right? So this is like Virgo's like, tear this bitch out. Let's rip this party down. So you're over it. You're over obsessing. You're over overthinking about it. Look how fast this light's moving across the deck. I love this. What's it pointing to? It's so interesting. Anyway, remember, helping others is the best way to rid yourself of your own troubles. Just go do it, Virgo. You can do it. Yep. Anyway, yeah, so probably just feels really funky right now, but, you know, great time to see what we can do to be creative with what we're seeing, how we're seeing ourselves, how we're seeing others, and what we can do to be of service to others. Yeah, buddy. Cool. Well, this is my attempt to be myself. I don't know, man. I'm in the same boat, dude. I'm just sitting here like, I gotta do my tarot, man. My day job is, just feel like a prostitute, man. All right, we're gonna clear this energy up. Virgo, thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Thanks for letting me be myself. And I just realized that this page says Hangin with Cancer, but this one says Hangin with Virgo. Well, mental note, I need to change that when I change my signs. Yay. All right,